All right, soccer video or soccer. What happened with soccer yesterday? So yesterday was the 9th of July, and we had tickets to go watch the U.S. men's national team play Belize. And so I had been online. Well, actually, let's go back. Let's go back to the end of May, beginning of June last year. I had somebody had put up a video on YouTube of all of Landon Donovan's goals that he had scored with the U.S. men's national team, and I probably made a video about this before, but so I started making a video of all his goals, and this person had not done the last 10 goals or something, and so I took his video and then I tried to find other footage of newer goals that he'd made and started cutting it together, and eventually went back and got a bunch of original video of all the different goals that he'd scored, and cut it together into one 13 minute video with all of his goals, and can't remember how many there were at the time, but and then I thought, well, I wonder if I could find video of his assists, and so I started looking for all his assists, and I went through and I actually eventually found video of all of his assists, and I think there were 47 or something like that at the time. And so I put it all together and I put it up online and I posted it to the soccer bulletin board where I talk. And some guy wrote in and he said, "Hey, you missed an assist. It's here." And I was like, "But I've got 47 assists." So once I had found 47 assists, I'd stopped looking. What I did was I went through and started looking at game reports on the U.S. soccer site and finding where he had an assist, and then searching for highlights of those games, and then pulling up those videos. And so this guy, in fact, had another game that Donovan had an assist, and so I looked up and found the video, and it was indeed there, and so there was one more assist than officially they said he should have. And so I started looking into why that was, and so I created a database, and I logged every single one of his goals and assists, every game he played in, who he played against, other statistics about goals and assists, and then I couldn't find a discrepancy, and so I looked up all the match reports again, and there were assists for every match report, and so then I texted with this soccer journalist that I know named Luis Bueno in Southern California. I don't really know him. I've talked to him online a few times, and he sent me a photograph of the official U.S. press book, and it showed, and I figured out from that it was in 2004 there was a discrepancy where they said there were 5 assists and I had a list of 6, and it didn't enumerate them, but I went through and found all 6 of them, and I figured, well, maybe one was an unofficial match, so I went to the FIFA site and looked up all the matches, and they all seemed to be official. So I posted a thread on Big Soccer about this, and I listed all of the research I'd done. I put up the videos, put up the list of all the assists. I put links to I put a link to the screenshot of the press guide that Luis sent me, and I put links to all of the games in 2004 that he had assisted in, all 6 of them. And nobody was paying attention at that point because Donovan wasn't playing and no one cared. And so, and also I sent emails to U.S. Soccer, I sent emails to other journalists and said, "Hey, can somebody help me out and tell me where the discrepancy is here? Either there's a mistake in what I've done, or maybe he has one more assist." Nothing, no response. And so last Friday, Landon Donovan played his first game with the U.S. men's national team since last August, and he scored 2 goals, and so he had 49 goals and officially 48 assists. I thought he had 49 based on the video of 49 assists I have and the match reports. And so he scored the 2 goals. And so I went back to this thread and I bumped it up and I said, "Hey, since you guys are watching now and he's playing again on Tuesday and he might get more assists, can somebody see if they can figure out what's going on here?" And so of course some people popped up on the thread and said, "Hey, somebody's just trolling for attention, blah, blah, blah." But other people started posting various things. And so yesterday morning, a guy sent me a personal message on the message board, and he said, "Hey, I looked at your stuff. It looks reasonable." So I forwarded it to the stats people at U.S. Soccer, and they're taking a look at it. I was like, "Cool." So then we went to the game last night. Landon Donovan got 2 assists and a goal in the game, which was awesome. It was really fun. We drove down there. We had dinner. Sarah's mom went with us. She had a great time. We screamed and yelled. We sang the Belizean national anthem, waved the flag. People around us were great. They thought it was funny. Had good conversations with people around us. The game was exciting. U.S. played really well. Belize did pretty well. They scored a goal, which was nice for them, consolation kind of thing. So we came home. So Donovan had his 50 assists. Some people in the press are reporting that he's the first international player ever with 50 goals and 50 assists. Not sure that's true or not. That's what they're saying. Some people are, but I haven't seen it from a reputable source. Anyway, big deal. So I get home and I pop up Big Soccer, and somebody's posted a thing and a post in my, so we get home at 1:30 in the morning. I immediately just go, because I just want to check, what they're saying about the assists, and somebody said, you asked for it, and with a link, and there's a story on the U.S. U.S. soccer site that says, due to an accounting error, Landon Donovan now has 49 assists. And so they actually agreed and gave him an extra assist. How cool is that? And so now he has 51 assists and 52 goals. So it was kind of cool. I mean, I never thought that it would actually, I always kind of assumed that there was some sort of error. There was something like, well, that assist was nullified after the game and they never changed the match report or something like that. But it wasn't the case. So in fact, the fact that I continued to bug people about this and post about it eventually came to something. How cool is that, really? Anyway, I think it's extremely appropriate for me at this point to say, go USA.